Welcome back to the channel. In today's news update, we have several important developments coming out of Australia, covering topics from social media regulations to debates over juvenile crime and the media landscape. Let's dive into the details. Australia's government is set to introduce world-leading legislation aimed at banning children under 16 from social media platforms. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced that the new laws, expected to be tabled in Parliament next week, are designed to tackle the harm caused by social media on young Australians. Albanese highlighted that the government aims to protect children online, acknowledging the concerns of many parents about their children's safety on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Under the proposed legislation, the ban would apply to all young users, including those who are already active on social media. The government has stated that there will be no exemptions for minors who have parental consent. Social media companies would be held responsible for ensuring that children cannot access their platforms. While the bill will not impose penalties on young users, enforcement will fall under the jurisdiction of Australia's eSafety Commissioner. The law will take effect a year after its passage and undergo a review after implementation. While experts largely agree on the detrimental effects of social media on adolescent mental health, opinions are divided on whether an outright ban is the right solution. Critics argue that such measures may only delay exposure to social media rather than teaching young people how to navigate it safely. There are also concerns about the enforcement of age restrictions, given the ease with which age verification systems can be bypassed. Nevertheless, the debate continues, with some supporting the ban for the protection of children from harmful content, cyberbullying, and misinformation. In a separate issue, Australian news outlet The Australia Today has been blocked by the Canadian government after airing an interview with Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. The interview, which discussed allegations against Indian diplomats and Canada's political support for anti-India elements, was swiftly blocked in Canada, prompting criticism from the Australian news community. The outlet's managing editor, Jatarth J. Bharadwaj, expressed gratitude to supporters who backed them during this challenging time. The Australia Today emphasised their commitment to maintaining an open media landscape and vowed to continue advocating for the free press, despite the obstacles posed by the Canadian government's actions. The controversy coincided with international discussions surrounding attacks on Hindu temples in Canada and heightened tensions over political rhetoric. In another significant development, the Northern Territory of Australia has sparked a national debate by lowering the age of criminal responsibility from 12 to 10. This controversial move has led to renewed discussions about youth incarceration, particularly among Indigenous communities. The region has the highest incarceration rates in Australia, with many Aboriginal youths caught in a cycle of crime and imprisonment. Critics argue that incarcerating young children does not address the root causes of their behaviour and is instead a reactive, ineffective solution. Aboriginal leaders have called for more rehabilitative services and support for Indigenous-led initiatives rather than further criminalising young people. Despite opposition from various advocacy groups and activists, the Northern Territory government maintains that the law change is necessary to ensure public safety and intervene early in cases of criminal behaviour. However, this move has drawn comparisons to other countries, such as England and Wales, where the age of criminal responsibility is set at 10, in contrast to many European nations that adhere to a higher threshold, in line with United Nations recommendations. That's all for today's update. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more insightful news on our channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates.